and welcome back. So it's just been London Fashion Week and it was a very busy week for me. I think I went to 13 shows, 13 shows. The cool thing about this fashion week was that I also got to go backstage with Maybelline, which is a brand I have used and worn for, well, since I can remember wearing makeup. They took me backstage to 7 of their shows, so I'm kind of going to go through those different shows, tell you what I got up to backstage and also what I saw and how that might translate for you in terms of what you could possibly wear for your skin and your makeup in the coming months.
I always think it's lovely to highlight this inner corner of the eye. So see, I'm not getting any pigment drop. But the thing is, the bullet's so beautifully shaped, you can just apply it straight from the bullet. I don't think it needs to be a crafted lip. The colour's so saturated, there's nothing sheer about it. It delivers, it's got attitude.
So day one started out pretty busy. It's Friday, it was the first day of Fashion Week, so it was all systems go for everyone. It was pretty chaotic, there were a lot of people there. I first of all went to the shrimps presentation. So Maybelline were doing the nails there and had gone for this cool terracotta nail. Michelle Humphrey, who is the head nail expert for Maybelline, she put this really cool terracotta colour together using a red, an orange and a brown shade. She'd mixed them herself individually. It wasn't the usual cherry red style or letterbox red, it was just a bit more brown, rusted, a bit cooler I guess. So she put that together for the shrimps presentation and that was matched together with like a red lip and really cashmere flawless skin. So next up backstage with Maybelline, I went along to the Theodore Golan show. I've been to a few shows this morning and I think this is my last show of the day actually, and I can go home and get off these heels, which I'm really excited about to show you. The head makeup artist Sharon Dosette, she put together this really neon bright, almost chameleon-esque eye using their Maybelline Big Eyes palette in grass. So it's got a few different colours, sort of yellows, greens and whites, and she created this really large neon flick from the eyes just with a brush and a wet brush into the green and drags it across the eye to create a really neon flick. And to accentuate that, she also used a pink lipstick that she kind of melted down with a brush, so it was almost like a paste. And then she used that onto the eyelashes to make a pink mascara, which is really cool. So the pink and green went really nicely together. And then into the waterline, she added a white eyeliner, which just kind of made the eyes really bright, made them pop, and made all the colours kind of combine beautifully together. Welcome to day 2 of Fashion Week. I've got some shows to go to today. I'm going to the Lucas Nascimento show with Maybelline, so I'll be able to show you behind the scenes with that. But today I'm wearing Victoria Beckham, a little Victoria Beckham dress. I'm going to take my hand just to show you. It's my little Victoria Beckham dress. And I'm wearing these shoes. These are my brand new Gianvito Rossi courts in white and nude. Oh my god, I love them. And I treated myself very naughtily to the new Fendi bag. How pretty is this bag? Saturday came along and the first show that I went to with Maybelline was Lucas Nascimento. Really lovely collection of clothing, kind of a lot of floral foliage patterns and greens and blues and kind of royal colours, so it's quite a nice dark and autumnal collection. So the makeup for this one was again really cashmere and polished and flawless, almost again like they've used these soft brushes to really buff it into the skin, so it was barely there. For the eyes, no mascara, but it was just a white liner to the lower lash line, just to, again, to brighten up the eyes and make those pop. And the one thing they did do to the skin that I love about Maybelline is that they use their baby lips. It's almost like a lip balm, baby lips. However, they often add it to cheekbones or to anywhere that just needs a little bit of highlighting and dewiness. And it is the best highlight idea I've ever seen. So all they did was just add it onto their fingertips and then pat it onto the skin. And it just literally the light just catches it so beautifully, and it just looks it almost gives you that beautiful dewy glow that you can never really achieve with powders. That's one of the best tips I learned this week, was Baby Lips is my new highlighting saviour apparently. Then Sunday came around. This was a pretty busy day for me, but I kicked off the day at the Sophia Webster presentation. So I went behind the scenes on that, and this was a very different kind of makeup look. Sharon, the makeup artist, had gone for a triadic ballet style. So very kind of white painted faces that would go with these very large objects that are almost placed around the models. Although I'm sure that a lot of us won't be painting our faces white all that time soon, it was quite nice to see this kind of brightened effect, and Sharon was mentioning the fact that we should always add a little bit more light into our makeup and just make it a little bit brighter and lighter and fresher. So that was quite a nice little tip. So don't always go so heavy and dark with your makeup. It's all about adding light back into your skin as well, so I like that tip. Then she did something that I found so interesting, and for some reason I've never thought of doing it, but she created her own pastel pink lipstick using Petal Pink from Maybelline, and again kind of mashing that down a bit to create more of a paste, and then she mixed that with a white kohl eyeliner, so she kind of broke it off the eyeliner, mixed the two together to form a more pastelised shade, which I thought was just a genius idea, and why I've never thought about doing that I really don't know. She was adding that to lips, so all the models had really pastel pink, light pink lips, which were really beautiful against the white. And again, white eyeliner into the tear duct, just to keep them bright and popped. So far to this point, I've seen black eyeliner, I've seen white eyeliner, and I've seen these very pastel pink lips. Next up was Monday, and I went along to the Osman show. This was very different again. All the different makeup looks, it's quite nice how they were so different and matching their collections. Sharon used the Dream Fresh BB cream, which she used I think throughout most of the shows, because it does add this really beautiful, more natural appearance to the skin. So she added that to the skin, so it's really beautiful and really flawless. And then for underneath the eyes, just to really awaken those, she used the Better Skin Concealer, patted that underneath, especially after she'd done the rest of the makeup. She added a bit more of that, just so everything was really illuminated and brightened. Then again, she went in with the Baby Lips onto the cheeks and the Cupid's bow and all the high places of the face, just because it's just her secret weapon, and hopefully it's soon going to become my secret weapon. I'm going to get my hands on quite a few from now on because it looks so cool to use. And because it was a glam rock grunge style she was going for, it was all about the black kohl again into the waterline, just to make everything a little bit more grungy, make the eyes a little bit smaller, and everything just have a little bit more depth. So then it came to the last day, and that was Tuesday, and there were two shows that day. The first one being Emilio de la Morena. And for that show, again, they went for this kind of BB cream, Dream Fresh BB cream all over the face. They used a little bit more contour using a darker shade, just to kind of bring a bit more of a depth to the cheekbones. It was meant to almost look as though they'd had a full face of perfect makeup, and that had almost smudged off and been rubbed off by the model themselves. So the eyeliner was brought into the very tear ducts as well. The way that when you've had your eyeliner on for quite a while, it falls into the tear ducts and looks a little bit messy. Instead, they actually just put it there purposely, so it looked as though it was night before makeup, a little bit more smudged. They also use a Colour Tattoo eyeshadow pots, which are amazing if you've ever tried them, and they use the shade Pomegranate, and they rubbed that into the eyeshadow, almost into the crease, to create more of a kind of a halo wash around the eyes as well. So that was really pretty. And finally, it was the She show, and this is probably my favourite show in terms of the makeup, because I don't know, it was all much more traditional and something quite trashy and cool about it. So for the She show, the clothing was pretty far out there. It was sequins, camo sequins, there was some patchwork faux fur sections, fur to the collars and seams and dresses, and the main feature were these sort of killer red boots that were kind of PVC leather red boots, either knee high or ankle high, huge heels in a bright red. So the makeup was put together to really accentuate those colours. Sharon was telling me that she went for this kind of Lady of the Night style. So it was super traditional in that it was these bright red lips versus big black lashes. Again, it was just this Dream Fresh BB cream all over the face to keep it nice and flawless. And then she got the models themselves to apply the lipstick over the top. So they used the Pleasure Me Red lipstick, and they got the models to apply it themselves just because they didn't want it to look perfect. They wanted it to look as though it was a model in a dark club on a dark night, and it's a really smoky, cool room, and they're just applying their lipstick in a mirror. So that was the idea. So they were all applying it themselves with Pleasure Me Red, and then over the top they added the lip liner in Fab Orange over the top, just to line everything and fill everything in, and it just really added that vibrant pop of colour. So that was definitely my favourite look of the week, I think. That was it. So I hope you kind of enjoyed this bit of a rundown. I hope it's given you some tips for autumn, winter, although a lot of these trends I think I'm going to be using a lot in spring as well, because I really like the idea of the baby lips with this really dewy look. I love eyeliners anyway, so I'm going to be using white eyeliners and black eyeliners a lot more, especially in the lower waterline, because I often do it on the top but not as much on the bottom. So I'm going to be doing that a lot more, and I love this idea of kind of melting down lipsticks with white eyeliner to make them much more pastel, as I love pastels. So I love those ideas, so hopefully I gave you a few tips as well. Any of the products that I've mentioned here from Maybelline that I saw them using backstage, I'll leave links below to them so you can go and have a look yourself. If you like this kind of video, just chat about beauty and trends and predictions for the next season, let me know. I'll try and do a lot more of this sort of chatty one-to-one style video because I really like doing them as well. So give me a thumbs up if you did. If you're new, then please do subscribe, and in that case, I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Mwah.